I haven't gotten a text from Kathy. Usually by now she's texted me. So. But talk to her and said she's coming.
Yeah, but it's been a few days.
The door.
There's someone at the door.
Where's the door? Oh, there she is.
Are you? You know what? You want?
I just.
You're all good. No worries. That'll work. Thanks. No worries, but it is 6:30. You ready? Set enough?
Yes.
So I'll call the regular monthly Board of Trustees meeting of April 17th, 2023 to order at 6:30 with roll call. And Amanda's not here, so Kyla's stepping in.
Mark Schusky.
Here.
Kathy Kulupka.
Here.
Romero Lizana.
Here.
Laura Gottschalk.
Here.
Marlene Suarez.
Here.
Mike Treece.
Here.
And Amanda Binder is absent.
Thank you. Next, we could say the pledge. Pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Next, we have public input. So any member of the public, online or in person, who wishes to address the board, 5 minutes to address the board if you care to. Anyone in person wish to address the board? Anyone wish to address the board? Go once, go twice. Anyone online wish to address the board? All right. Seeing and hearing none, we'll move on. Friends of the library updates. Kyla, any updates from the friend?
The Friends book sale is scheduled for May 5th and 6th. And they have also offered to pay or to provide some funding for fixing the marquee at Collinsville, which is currently stuck on the same slides and won't update. They've also agreed to provide funding for new rolling and folding tables for the community room to replace the old heavy metal ones we have that can slice your fingers off. So thanks to the Friends as always for their support.
Thanks, Kyla. Any questions or comments about Friend? Moving on, trustee comments. Start to my left, if that's all right. Kathy, anything? 2 comments on?
Do not have anything.
On?
Nothing this time.
Laura?
I didn't go in.
No.
Marlene?
I just would like to thank everybody for your professionalism and the wonderful board activities. I was appointed to this board last year to fill an empty spot. I chose not to run in the recent election, so this might be my last board meeting, and I just can't say enough about how well run this library is, which I think is a testament to Kyla Waltermire, the director of the library, who is the most together, organized, and competent employee I've probably ever met. And I just really enjoyed my time on the board, and I just want to thank you all for making it so nice.
Thanks, Marlene. Thanks for your service. Mike? And nothing for me. Moving on to the consent agenda. Is there anything anyone wishes to remove from the consent agenda and vote on separately? Seeing none, I would take a motion to approve the consent agenda items in their entirety. Thank you. Oh no, is there a second?
I'll second.
Second by Marlene. Thank you, Marlene. So on the consent agenda, first up, we have approval of minutes from the regular board meeting of March 20th, 2023. Questions, comments about the minutes from anyone? Moving on. we have administrative reports. So first up, Kyla, our executive director's report. Thank you for your report. Anything you wish to discuss?
Yes. So a reminder to trustees that the statements of economic interest are due by April 30th. Thanks to those who have already submitted those. If you have not, please do as soon as possible so we can all tick that off our to-do lists. I just started budget prep today because I started getting some preliminary figures in for IMRF rates and things like that. So I'm starting prep work on the budget. A draft budget will be presented at the next meeting for those who will be here for that. And I also want to let you know that on April 12th, I met with the director of the Children's Dyslexia Center, which used to be in Belleville, but is now right across the street from the library. We first met with them shortly after they moved in, but we gave them some time to get their operations settled. And so I re-met with them to discuss potential partnerships. And there are a couple of very short-term things that we were able to work out in terms of room rental agreements and things like that for their training of tutors. As well as I am working with their executive director to apply for an Illinois Reading Council literacy support grant that would provide dyslexia-friendly instructional materials for families, for their facility, and for the library to have available for families to use as well. So that grant is due by May 1st, and I am waiting on some stats from the Dyslexia Center in order to get going on that.
It's very cool. Thank you.
Any questions, comments? Kyla?
It would be interesting to work.
I hope we get the chance to.
Yeah.
All right, thank you, Kyla, for your report. Next, we have our last assistant director's report from Katie Heaton. Not our last assistant director's report.
It was, yeah, the second to last report, but my last official meeting, I'm sure is director.
Oh, will you give the report in May?
Well, I have to do a report at the end of April. I'm sure Kyla's gonna request it on her desk before. May 5th.
Oh, right. But I mean, you won't present.
It is May. I'm just saying. So, yeah. But yeah, no, starting that downhill slide is starting to feel very real. People are starting to stop it now and reminisce with me. 25 years, mostly in Fairmont City. It's just been very rewarding. And so then I'm sure you guys heard that the village had picked me to get the City Spotlight Award at St. Louis City at the soccer game during halftime show with 22,000 people in the stand. That was a little insane, but fun for that recognition. So I certainly appreciate that. And working on my picture, Kyla's like, Katie, give me all your pictures. I just have to share this one with you guys. This is probably around 2009 inside this building. And if you don't remember Collie, the library cat, Collie's sitting there on the couch. So this is actually like this area. Probably walked through the door as a kid and then keep him at the library cats. We called him Collie as in call numbers. Eventually we had to find rehome him when we opened up our snack bar, and the health department said you can't have a cat in a snack bar. So Collie actually went to Matt's sister Megan, which he lived a full life in that neck of the woods. So that was really cool. So great memories. Hope to have my picture project done this week and on Kyla's desk with her little thumb drive. But yeah, any questions for me? Okay. Thank you so much, guys.
No, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Katie.
Thank you.
All right, moving on. Finances. First up, we have expenses by vendor detail. Any questions on the expenses for the month of March? Or comments? Moving on, profit and loss statement. Questions, comments? And balance sheet. Fund balances, questions or comments? Nothing. Gift fund. Stop me if I'm going too fast or someone has a question. We can always go back. But moving on otherwise, FY 2023 profit and loss. Budget versus actual. Questions on that from anyone? And previous year comparison. Any questions on this? All right, and I believe there are no committee reports. Anything at all on anything on the consent agenda? Then let's take a roll call vote on the motion to approve the consent agenda items in their entirety.
Kulupka,
Yes.
Romero Lizana,
Yes.
Gottschalk.
Yes.
Suarez,
Yes.
Treece,
Yes.
Schusky.
Yes. Motion carries. Under unfinished business, first up, we have COVID-19 related updates.
No updates for the past month.
And repairs and updates to the Bloom House from the Collinsville Library Foundation. We have photos in our package.
Yes, so this was provided by Paul Welch. And I went over these with him and Zeke more thoroughly to discuss what exactly they were planning to do. Because originally the thought was that they would replace the whole porch and instead have decided to just do additional spot repairs on the porch with column repairs and some roof repairs as well. So I don't have a start date yet on when this will begin, but it will be happening sometime during the spring. So
And-
any day now.
Is the Library Foundation considering using Zeke with some of that, or?
Zeke was going to offer to assist the person that the foundation has employed as the carpenter so that they could try and get repairs done more quickly. But they weren't relying on Zeke being available for that. They were making their own arrangements.
Thanks to the Library Foundation for that. Thanks for meeting with Paul. Questions or comments on Bloom House?
How often do they have to do some of those repairs if they're just doing spot?
Well, the spot repairs were last year and then this year. Before that, I'm not sure when the last time any of that had been
Done?
finished. I'd have to go
Mhm.
back and look and try and find records. But I know the foundation was instrumental in getting the house fixed up when we first came into possession of it back in the late 1990s.
Anything else on the Bloom House? Moving on, Eagle Scout project.
No further updates since last month. The donations box that was discussed for this project is on the desk at Collinsville. I don't know what kind of collections there have been, and Ryder, I have not had a chance to touch base with in the intervening month. So as far as I know, he's still in the fundraising phase.
And last unfinished business item, disposal of Short Street lot.
Okay. So in the packet, there is a sample of a notice that would have to be published twice in order for us to sell the lot. I've also gotten information from the school district about who they've used realtor-wise to help with their sale of property in the past. Made an initial attempt to contact that realtor, but haven't heard back, so it's on my list this week to follow up tomorrow to see if I can get a hold of someone for that.
If this is not a big place, it'll be a person.
We would need to put that notice into the paper twice before we could move forward.
Questions about it?
Do we agree on the price?
Not yet.
Or are we gonna wait for the price?
We have a very rough estimate from this time last year. And at the time, similar property in town was going for about 13,000. I do not know what the current rate is, which was where the realtors could be very helpful.
Any other questions on Short Street lot? All right, moving on to new business. First up, item A, revisions to acceptable conduct policy. Those revisions are in our packet as well. Kyla, anything you wish to discuss?
And just a bit of background on this. So we do already have an acceptable conduct policy in place. The specifics of what is and is not allowable is largely unchanged, except for one clarification about amateur photography. Additionally, a minor cleanup regarding the children in the library part of that, since we no longer mark on our program announcements when a parent is or is not needed to stay. We just expect parents to stay until they reach the age of being able to be unsupervised. So the rest of that is quite a significant change, the consequences for conduct violations, and that is something that staff have been asking for quite some time, to put something in place that's a little more laid out in terms of, if someone does this, then this is the consequence, because it helps to take away that ambiguity from one staff member to another, one shift to another. And so that's the changes being presented in that section.
Thanks, Kyle. Any questions or comments about the draft acceptable conduct policy? And then I would take a motion to approve the revisions to the acceptable conduct policy.
Make a motion to approve.
Motion by Mike, thank you, Mike. Second by Anna. Thank you, Anna. And a roll call on that, please.
Anna? Sorry. Laura? Marlene?
Yes.
Mike?
Yes.
Mark?
Yes.
Kathy?
Motion carries. Moving on, we have resolution 23-04, a resolution to exclude compensation paid under an internal revenue code section 125 plan as IMRF earnings. So we had some IMRF conversations. Anything else you wish to discuss on that?
No, this is, as was discussed last month, the reversal of the inclusion of those as part of IMRF reportings, so that if approved as of May 1st, then that would no longer be in effect, and the wage reporting would remove those from what's payable to IMRF.
Yep. Thank you for your work on that.
Yes, thank you.
Questions, comments? Anything? I have a motion to approve resolution 23-04.
Go ahead.
Thanks, Kathy. Motion by Kulupka, is there a second? Second by Gottschalk, thank you, Laura. And roll call.
Laura? Marlene?
Yes.
Mike?
Yes.
Mark?
Yes.
Kathy?
Yes.
Anna?
Yes.
And next up, we have Executive Director Employment Agreement in our packets. Questions or comments?
I can speak to that. Echoing Marlene's comments earlier about how wonderful Kyla has been for the library and her expertise, experience, certification, her past performance reviews. I think it's important that our executive director have an employment agreement on file. Therefore, I make a motion to approve the executive director employment agreement as presented.
I'll second that.
Motion by Treece, second by Suarez. Any questions or comments?
Yes,
Yes.
it has gone to the library's attorney.
Any other questions or comments? All right. And I would take a roll call vote on the motion by Treece, second by Suarez.
Yes.
No, I was gonna start with you anyway. All right, Marlene,
Yes.
Mike,
Yes.
Mark,
Yes.
Kathy.
Yes.
Anna.
Yes.
Laura.
Motion carries. Any reason for a closed session?
Oh, any questions on chapter 6?
Oh, thank you so much. I skipped D. Review serving our public 4.0 chapter 6. Sorry. Questions on that from anyone? No? Good. All right. And our homework for next meeting, same. Thank you. And then any reason for a closed session? And then I would take a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Anna, second by Mike. Roll call.
Okay, Mike,
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Mark,
Yes.
Kathy,
Yes.
Anna,
Yes.
Laura, Marlene.
Yes.
Motion carries. We're adjourned at 6:49.
I know.
Did pretty good.
This month's gonna be a heavy month because there's a lot to do next month, so brace
I'm
yourselves.
sorry, I want. Unless you want to move back.